Folder unit R. Recycle B1 of R. Restrain chapter 31 of Restrain chapter 1 column 1. Edit blank. Edit protected blank. Edit blank. BLRNDLRGHT LMMER 44 at GMAI. L.com. Edit protected blank.
Hello everyone, welcome to a little flight here on the live stream, and I'm just logging into Restream.
Human was following?
And we have to do a stupid there we go. We had to do an audio challenge.
We're sorting out an issue with someone's baggage. It shouldn't take too long.
Oh, we also have a baggage problem going on there in the back. So hopefully that doesn't hold us up. Just checking that we're live here. Which it looks like we are. Although I notice you guys aren't hearing the simulator, which is interesting. Ah. Not checked. We don't want that muted. See if that helps.
Marshall Fairbrother. No aircraft.
And that is working.
Blind flight simmer. Test.
That's better. Now it's working. Okay. For some reason that got muted and my OBS got reset. But now it's fine. Okay.
Marshall Fairbrother. Yes.
Good afternoon, Captain.
Alright, thanks Marshall. Yeah, that's better. So, what are we doing? We're here in a BVI 737-800 and we're taking it down from Birmingham to Nice, which is in France, I don't know where, South France maybe? It's a pretty interesting approach. A lot of them are. As blind pilots, we are going to take the bog standard straight in ILS approach, but there are some interesting approaches there. And I have a nice airport briefing for this airport actually from the guys over at Simfest, so I will read that or show it during the cruise. Need to file the flight plan. He's listening. I'm not sure why. He just extended the flaps. Great. Thought you were supposed to be on your walk around, you git. Right. File the flight plan. We do actually have ATC. 136025 is our ATIS.
Temperature +29, dew point +6, QNH1024.
So on 1024.
Acknowledge receipt of information, Quebec.
Info Quebec.
Advise aircraft type
so on that.
contact.
Not bad.
Birmingham information, Quebec. Time
I'll just turn this up a bit.
Runway in use 15. Surface wind 090 degrees 5 knots. Varying between 040.
Alright. Over the tower then, and then we will go and look at our clearance shortly off of runway 15. So, here's the briefing. Let's have a little look here. So we're cruising 350 with an airtime of 2 hours and 6. So yeah, it's a nice destination, Nice. It is pretty scenic from what I hear. So we're doing, I'd say 22.8 on the fuel. We'll make that 23. And we'll see what fuel that gives us. I want to have enough for a go around and maybe... Well, there's several approaches into Nice. 04 is the usual runway, 04 left and right is the usual configuration. I believe it's 04 left for landing and 04 right for departures. Now 04 right does have an ILS, but it's an offset approach. And whilst we can do that in freeware, I wouldn't want to... I wouldn't want to try it in payware. So 4 left's ILS is better. Now the 2-2 left and 2-2 right have whatever NDM approaches or something, some stupid thing where you have to do a visual segment, which I don't really. Well, we're not gonna manage that, I'll tell you. So we cannot need 04s, and I want 04 left. So that's what we're taking, and that's what ATC are gonna give us, right? Positive. We're gonna get to 4 left. Last time I looked, they were doing 4 left. Winds favour 4 left, so yeah. Yeah, that was correct. And then our 0 fuel weight is 133. Well, we'll just make it 1333 for simplicity. Alright, which gives us a load level of 89%. And then we can do pause in it, we'll just tell it we're on the ground at EGBB.
Marshall
Right.
Fairbrother. The
EGBB.
caravan cup gets drawn later as well, about 10 o'clock I think.
LFMN. Yeah, Marshall, yeah. See what draw Derby get. Right. Let's have a look. So it's going to be out by Cowley, and it's going to be off 1-5. So that's what we're expecting. Where's my notepad file? Get rid of that. And it was going to be Info Quebec. And what gate are we at? That's what I was going to check. 15, okay. Birmingham Tower, very good evening. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey with 7-3, stand 1-5, Info Quebec, clearance Nice, please.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, Birmingham, cleared to Nice on the County 2 Yankee departure, squawk 2032.
It was 2 Yankee. Cleared Nice, Cowley, 2 Yankee departure, squawk 2032, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, is that correct?
Thanks, and just to confirm, did you grab our flight marks about reposition once we push back?
No, but I will now, just bear with me a moment.
Thanks.
No problem at all.
Alright, just letting them know, it's always a good way to do it. 2032, put that in there, and it's the 2 Yankee, which I think we gave us anyway. And we'll program Nice in the cruise, why not? 15. County 2 Yankee, no transition. Execute that. We'll be cruising 350. Put our 0 fuel weight in, we'll just go reserves of 4 and cost index of 30. Let's check through this. Looks all good. It always does this, so I don't know why, but for me, and I don't think it's a PMDG thing, because no one else seems to have it cited, but it always puts a 4. So look, it's put a cost index of 430, which is just silly. Right.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight.
That's better.
When you find your seat, please keep
And
your larger carry-on items in the overhead
what was the
smaller items underneath running.
transition level?
Front row,
Blah 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 blah.
Seven trouble
Carry just on to 2, 4.
After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by.
Blah blah blah. Where's the transition level? It doesn't say. Well, whatever. Alright. 6,000 then. Who cares? Maybe about that, give or take. N1 limit. No, didn't. There we go. Execute. You also, I can load FS RAS, forgot about that, but we can also do FS Airlines. Go before I forget about you. EGBB runway 15 length. I'm just going to look this up on here. It's old-fashioned way. 10,000 feet. Okay. So whatever. TO1 climb 1 should be fine. Flap 5. Throw in the CG. Here, which is 29.6, so that gives us speeds 144, 145, and 152. So we'll accept those. Speeds 152. Altitude. Do we have any other guys in here? Other stream? Oh, control. Hey, Brooke, how's it going? Well, let's have a look at this departure and see what we're going to set the altitude to. For now. Cali 2 Yankee, so what are we supposed to do? So, runway heading to 900 feet or above, with a speed restriction of 210 knots. Blah blah blah. Still 210. Okay, there's a lot of 210 here. 4,000 or above, then we can go, yeah, 6,000 at Cowley, 250, well yeah, duh, this is going to be 250, okay, right, so, okay, well, let's just set our altitude to 6,000 for now, and we'll bug it up in a while. Heading, we'll just set to 150.
With an AMD processor before starting flight. Also, he intends on buying a Thrustmaster flight stick.
Nice, yeah, sounds good. All them sound good. I have an AMD Ryzen, I think it's a 5800X, and a Thrustmaster, so yeah, can't go wrong with either of those. I mean, not that he's going to get the 5800 necessarily, but you know, I used to have Intel, mainly with laptops. Just, you know, decided when I was building, you know what, I'm going to go for an AMD processor, and yeah, it's been good, no issues. Right, we are set. Let's go and request some wind data. PACX is still boarding. I know they said they were dealing with some kind of baggage problem back there. I don't know what's going on. Someone's been a bit naughty with the baggage.
Donations are not
They've got
necessary,
something they're not supposed
but if
to,
you
or
would
they've
like
lost
to support
something.
the stream in any way, visit https://www.paypal.me/.
Someone's lost their baggage. Anyway, I'll do this, do that, fine. We were going to look at fuel. How much fuel are we estimated to get with 12.5? Yeah, that'll be more than enough. We haven't put the arrival in, but that's fine. I just want enough so if we do have to do a missed approach or something goes wrong, we can deal with it.
Hi. Also have that 4-digit thing before the cost index on the 73, by the way.
Hey, where do we go? Yeah, I know it must be a TFM thing. You know, when I watch streamers, I never see them have any problems with it. So I don't really understand where it gets it from. But it clearly wants us to get there really fast. Yeah. Did I associate this? Yeah. Make sure it is so that I can use tramp for repositioning. People wonder why I use it. It's mainly just out of habit now. It's a nice thing to view procedures, but also some sceneries have a weird thing where it doesn't position you on the runway, so tramp is able to, whilst the P3D world menu seems to have issues. So it's just how it goes, I guess.
Sup, Declan.
Hey, how's it going?
Well for you.
Yeah, very nice, very
ground?
nice. We are still on the ground, still setting up. We got a maybe 20 minutes till we go. Yeah, going pretty good. Had a break in Greece for 2 weeks and gone back a little early this week, and been doing some flights, and figured I'd stream this particular one. So yeah. It's very quiet on the ground at Birmingham. I don't see there's any other traffic. I think this guy is yeah, no one around. Okay. Right. Well, everything is about good to go. We may as well pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist.
May as well run you.
Oxygen. Tested. Navigation, transfer, and display switches. Normal and auto. Window heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments. Heading set. Altitude set. Parking brake. Set fuel control switches. Cut off. Checklist complete.
I'm going to tell him expedite.
Can we finish our boarding process a little faster back there? We'll see what we can do. No promises.
Alright, yeah, you get a move on.
Universe.
See what you can do then.
I see you're using MSFS instead of P3D. Any particular reason?
If you mean on Twitch, everyone uses the Microsoft Flight Simulator category. Whether you're streaming P3D, Microsoft, or X-Plane, or whatever simulator, just because it's such a small community on Twitch compared to some other ones, that everyone just groups under Microsoft Flight Simulators. That's why I do it. I'm not actually using Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, unfortunately. We wouldn't be able to do this right now in Microsoft, what we're doing, so yeah, kind of sucks, but you know, what can you do? We're in P3D. Hey, where's my window gone? I want to see how long we got left. Expected departure 11:57. Okay, doesn't show me. Well, it's supposed to go in a minute anyway. Well, we're going to close the door and get this APU started, and PackX can just carry on doing its thing. Whatever. We're using the BVI safety video as well, so we'll be sat on the ground for long enough listening to that. That turned out very well actually, but it is a long video, and when you don't actually need to taxi, you just kind of sat there wondering what the hell's going on. Let's listen to the APU. Fire up from the outside. We're using a combination of sound packs here. We're using the immersive sound pack for some, but then the default PMDG engines. I went back to it because last time I streamed everyone was like, oh, the immersives are so synthetic, and I kind of agree they are. There's things I like about it, there's things I don't, the wine is quite synthetic. So for now I'm back on the default PMDGs, which are good, you know, they're fine. And don't sound quite as synthetic. Well, APU is on. We're going to do the fuel pumps, he's going to do the packs and the beacon, his usual stuff. And then we're actually ready to move. You can hear as well, for those who might be accustomed to the PMDG, we haven't got the clicking sound from the standby instruments in the cockpit. I was messing around. Hey, well
ready
done.
to go when you are.
Right, we're done. Yeah, I was messing around configuring and in the configuration of the aircraft and turned the standby instruments from analog to whatever the other option is. I don't know what the other option's called. So we no longer have the analog standbys in this aircraft. I called the tug, and I don't care the operator. We're probably going to push maybe straight back. Let me call this guy up. At Tower Vision 2 Whiskey, Stan 15 ready for push and start. Did the guy go to sleep is the question, because there's no one around. Hello.
Good day, Captain. Tug's connecting now, so we'll be pushing back in just a couple of minutes.
Tower Vision 2 Whiskey, Stan 15 ready, push and start.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, Stan 15, push and start approved.
Approved, Vision 2 Whiskey, thanks. Alright then, he didn't give us a direction, we're just going to go straight back, I don't really care.
Locking the gear now.
And we're facing the right direction. The guy went to sleep, and then he's like, someone's talking. What did they say? Go. Parking brakes released.
Parking brake off.
Ready to push now.
Start engine.
Starting engine 2.
Alright, just have him do it. Whatever. We are able to manually start the engines, I should add, in the 7.3. That is something you can do. Throw them over the ground and introduce fuel at the right time, yada yada.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration.
Here is the safety video. Oh boy. Hopefully they're not going to be too loud.
Welcome aboard this BVI virtual flight, and thank you for choosing us as your airline of choice. We know there's a lot of options out there, but we here at BVI Virtual are confident our service will be a unique experience for all passengers, and especially for those VIPs who are flying with us for the support we provide to those with disabilities. Firstly, however, we must go over the safety procedures
Set
for this
flaps
aircraft.
to
We ask for your full attention
position
at this time, even if
5,
you are a familiar
and
flyer.
there is engine 2.
We hope that our friendly cabin crew have by now gotten you comfortably settled and have demonstrated the safety
Let's get
features
it.
of this aircraft
Engine
to you
1
personally
shortly.
if you have a
Starting engine 1.
disability. If you have not yet been able to access the cabin crew support regarding the safety features of the aircraft and you do have, for example, a visual or physical impairment, please do speak up to a member of the crew or access the cabin call button above your head. Alternatively, you may call a cabin crew member using the BVI Virtual iPhone or Android app, as well as accessing all the information and services for today's flight. The safety card written in Braille
Right, parking
and its
brakes
print
set.
counterpart are also in the pocket of the seat in front of you.
First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You will find a visual seatbelt sign in the panel
Knows
above
where
your
it pushed
head,
us back
as
to.
well as hearing the auditory chimes.
Who knows?
The app will also show its current state.
Engine 1 cut out. All engines stable.
Tug disconnected and clear. 5 off spin has been released.
And even when the signs are off in case of unexpected turbulence.
Your
Real
life
and
jacket
universe.
is either beside your
Don't
seat
you
in
wish
first and
airlines in
business
real
class,
life were this
or underneath the
accessible?
seat in economy premium and economy
Yeah,
class.
right.
To use
Would
it,
be nice.
remove it from the container and place it over your head.
Clear left
Pass the
hand
tapes
right.
around your waist and tighten
Disconnecting now.
securely.
Have a good flight. Bye-bye.
Inflate your jacket only when you leave the aircraft. Since the cabin crew are unable to demo this to each of our visually impaired customers, you can find a detailed auditory description of the procedure on our BVI virtual app. The cabin crew have received specialist training on how to support those with various disabilities in exiting the aircraft in the event of a water landing. We supply life cots for babies also, and life
two good
cots for
engines, I
children.
think so.
In the
Yes, we do.
unlikely event that we have to make an emergency landing, you will be told to
There you
adopt
go,
the
guys.
base position.
We're taxiing.
Place your
Pretend we're
hands on the
taxiing,
seat
alright?
back in front of you, and bend your head down so that it is covered by your arms.
It's the best we can do.
In the event of an emergency evacuation, move as quickly as possible to the nearest exit. The cabin crew will personally have explained where you are situated in relation to the nearest emergency exit.
Gotta say, those
We
engines do
recommend
sound
you use
good.
the information given.
That's why we can't hear them on the outside. Like so. Yeah. Look, something went kind of wrong on the outside. You can't hear the engines. I could hear them the other day, so I'm not sure what happened. Weird. Anyway.
In the outside world.
That's why I
as
was
they
like,
may
wait, do we
damage
have
the
two good
evacuation
engines, or
slot
can we hear them spool? No. Huh. It's hilarious.
to an exit. Emergency lighting, including floor
well.
level lighting, will help sighted passengers find their way to the exits.
There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft, and 2 at the front of each cabin section.
Alright, we gotta wait for this to finish.
You can find more specific information
Taxi
about
checklist.
this particular aircraft on the BVI virtual
Taxi
app.
checklist.
Let's do this.
To open, move the
Generators.
handle in the direction
On,
of the red
Pro-key.
arrow or the
On,
indented
anti-ice.
brown dots.
Set isolation
Opening
valve.
the doors automatically
Auto. Engine
inflates
start
the
switches.
evacuation slides.
Continuous. Recall.
When off
Check.
the slide,
Auto brakes.
move away from the
RTO.
aircraft,
Flight
again
controls.
ensuring you
Do the
remain
flight
calm
control
as the
checks,
cabin
yeah.
crew evacuate all passengers.
If the
Full right.
aircraft has landed on water,
Full back.
these slides will
Full
detach
forward.
to
No, I
form
didn't say
racks.
full left.
Rudder pull
but,
left.
As you
Rudder
leave the
pull right.
aircraft,
Checked.
inflate
Ground
the life
equipment.
jacket by
Clear.
pulling the
Checklist
tag on the
complete.
front. If necessary, blow into the rubber tube to top up the air. A light and whistle are fitted to attract attention, as well as an emergency button on the top of the chest section which will send an alert to all cabin crew to signal that you are in need of particular assistance.
Your oxygen mask is located behind the panel above your head, and the cabin crew will have shown you this, or you will have listened to the auditory
Before
demonstration
takeoff
on the
checklist.
BVI virtual application.
Before takeoff
If the
checklist.
cabin air fails, this
Flaps.
will be released, and
Set
an auditory
stabilization
message will
trim.
sound to alert you. Pull this towards you to
Set.
begin the
Checklist
supply of
complete.
oxygen, and please note that the bag may not inflate. Place the mask over your mouth and nose, adjust the band to secure it, and breathe normally. Please make sure your own mask is correctly fitted before helping others. The cabin crew will be aware of the situation and support those who may have difficulty in putting on their own masks.
Note that, unlike other airlines, we encourage the use of mobile phones, tablets and other devices as they provide vital safety and comfort services. However, we do not encourage this use during the takeoff and landing phases of flight, or they must be stored safely. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi, and this will work free of charge for the BVI virtual app only. If a device emits smoke, feels hot, or gives cause for concern, especially if it falls into the seating structure, please alert a cabin crew member immediately.
Please do ensure any hand baggage is safely stowed in the overhead bins or in the seat pockets in front of you and that it is not blocking the aisles. The cabin crew will ensure that your seating arrangement is comfortably settled if you have a service animal before the aircraft begins to taxi. Place items in the bin carefully, and remember they may move during flight, so take care when opening the bin so as not to injure other
Yada
passengers.
yada yada. Come on,
As we prepare
let's
for
go.
takeoff, please ensure the tray tables are up,
Okay,
your
good.
seat is upright, and your armrest
That's
is
how
down.
Vision 2.0 whiskey is
We
fully ready to
encourage you
make that
review
reposition
any
to
safety
1.5 whenever
procedures
it's
listed in the
best
app,
traffic.
and to continue using this
There is no
application when
traffic.
airborne to call the crew, view menus, make orders, or to access the in-flight entertainment.
No problem, thanks.
The
But
inbuilt
there's no Vision
tracking
2.0
system
whiskey.
gives the current flight statistics,
Alright.
as well as a live ATC stream directly from the cockpit. We
So
very
there's
much
traffic
hope
on
you
a full
enjoy
mile
this
final
BVI
anyway,
virtual
so
domestic flight. From our headquarters in the United Kingdom to our crew spread
easy
right
to
throughout
fall.
the world, BVI Virtual is here to provide our very own vision of flight to you, our valued guests today.
Woo, okay. that is that done. And yeah, I don't know why. It's really weird that we can't hear anything on the outside. Huh. Can we hear? Yeah, look, we can hear. Can hear the fuel pumps, but not the engines.
Leonian Universe.
Anyway.
I hope in the next 50 years, technology improves so that airplane mode is no longer necessary because tech won't interfere with the airplane instruments.
Yeah, honestly, that's bullshit, pretty much. I never use airplane mode. I just leave it alone. I think it's a lot more about ensuring passengers aren't excessively looking at their phones during important phases of flight than interference. I know they always say that, but I don't know of an incident where like someone using their phone on board actually caused a problem. I mean, there might be some truth in it, but whenever I've done it, like, I mean, I've sent text messages through, like, you can send them up to like 10,000 feet and then you lose signal.
Position 2 Delta Whiskey, line up and wait runway 15.
Alright, we'll reposition to line up and wait runway 15, thanks, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Alright, reposition. And we can do attitude, do that, do that. Make sure our flight controls are all centered. And still no sounds outside. Okay, well, we are just holding position then. And all is good. We ran our before takeoff checklist already. But yeah, I agree. It's silly that
24, taxi Pakistan 8 center via Delta.
You know, I don't think phones are going to interfere with a
EBI
plane,
pilots.
to be honest.
I think it is for
Just
more
silly.
about security in what you said than anything else.
Yeah, hey Johnny, yeah, I agree. I think it's more just to make sure people aren't like using their phones constantly.
Correction, runway 15, clear for takeoff.
15, clear for takeoff, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Because I don't think it would really interfere, but who knows.
Parking brake off.
I mean, they have, a lot of planes have onboard Wi-Fi nowadays anyway, right? Alright, 40%, and we are stable, not yet buddy, and Toga. FS Airlines set flight state taxi, so it's good. I don't care about whether the...
Speed alive.
Dude, shh, we're taking off, be quiet, stop talking, lady,
EBI
stop.
pilots. I have that
80
same
knots.
sound problem.
80 knots.
Maybe it's because of us using the sounds with VATS and maybe... Not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Johnny. It worked for me just fine the other day, so I don't know why, but yeah, oh well.
V1, rotate.
V1, rotate.
D2,
Alright, hold about 10 degrees there.
positive rate, gear up.
Here we go.
Landing gear up.
Gears going up. Where's my handle? Let me put my honeycomb handle up as well. There we go. Get out. There you go. Thank you.
VNAV, LNAV, autopilot. VNAV on. Command A on. LNAV on.
Alright, sweet. Let's turn that off. Turn that off. Yeah, still no. Still no outside. Oh well. Keep it on the inside. And Vision 2 Delta Whiskey Airborne 1800.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, thank you, that's checked.
Sorry, just confirm that was 1326, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Hey, Carmen, 132, that's Monster.
Alright, over to 1326. Thanks very much for your help in getting us out today. Bye, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Right.
EBI pilots.
That guy was pretty quiet.
Maybe when you switch to the outside, hit the letter S a couple times and see if it toggles to a better outside sound.
Yeah. Turn that up a bit. Right, we can go flaps clean.
Flaps 2.
London Hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey through 3300,
Flaps 1.
Cowley 2 Yankee departure.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey London, hello, climb flight level 190.
Flight level
Flaps
190, thanks, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Alright, so we're going to change our altitude from 6,000, which was the top on the SID, to 19. Flaps are clean, through 4,000. Sweet. I think we've got to maintain... Okay, we're going to go to 250 knots now, that's fine. After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine please. On tack.
7 X-ray tank.
Auto.
Unicum now 1
Landing gear.
decimal 8, bye-bye.
Up and off. Flaps. Up. No lights. Checklist complete.
Right, there we go. Yeah, these sounds are the defaults. They're not bad. I really wish, I don't know, it almost needs like a merger of the immersive and the PMDG default, because there's some good things about both of them.
Contact London 135,
So.
base 991, November Kilo, thanks, good evening.
They both do the job. Oh, it's going to level out for the SID, so we're just going to stop it from doing that. Hit altitude in a vehicle. So for people who don't know, if you have restrictions on a SID, an ATC clears you to climb through the restrictions. Every time you hit altitude intervene, it removes the altitude restriction for one waypoint. So if you have 3 waypoints with restrictions, you have to hit it 3 times. Some people will, say, oh, I hit it and it didn't work. Well, yeah, you got to hit it more, more. You got to hit it as many times as is necessary to clear all the restrictions. Yeah, look, there we go. I'm getting the wind on the outside.
Okay,
Hit S, yeah. Getting the wind.
Good evening, Ryan 3 Tango.
There's no engines. It's super weird. Maybe my P3D sound isn't set right or something.
Blocked, 2 stations at once.
It worked yesterday. At least we got inside sounds, that's really all we care about, to be honest.
Easy 5 clearly with Charlie, London Control, hello, climb.
So, for those in America, a lot of differences in flying in the UK. You can tell we're already on the flight levels. We're now through 9,300 feet, so that's flight level 90. Probably noticed when we got the clearance we had to give him a lot more information as well. We have to give him, our stand number, and our aircraft type, as well as just the ATIS. So there's some other stuff. Alright, through 10,000, he's doing his landing lights, seatbelts are off, lady in the bag's going to do her stuff. Tell the passengers they can run around the aircraft. Oh yeah, I saw your message on the console earlier, Johnny. So everyone, you got to be aware that Johnny is quite dangerous. Okay, he says he's going to take all my money and steal or crash all our aircraft. So if anyone sees Johnny in the local area, then please report to the local authorities, because this guy is pretty dangerous out on the loose. Someone let Johnny out, and now he's on the loose. I don't know who let him out, but yeah, we're all pretty scared now. We're all pretty scared. I mean, we're gonna have to put in some curfews, I think, to keep everyone safe. He's gonna steal the money.
BVI pilots. LOL, that is great.
Yeah, I think it was Brandon, I think it was Brandon. I mean, Brandon was supposed to keep Johnny under control.
BVI pilots.
And he's just failed.
Don't forget I have a plane I can land in your front yard.
Yeah, you do. You're going to land the Osprey. Yeah, he's got a plan as well. He's going to land the Osprey and he's going to come and steal all the money. I mean, if he's got that Osprey, man, if he got it off Thomas, geez, we're all screwed. That's it. He can land anywhere. Come on, man. He can land anywhere. Steal anyone's money.
BVI
no one
pilots.
is safe.
LOL.
Yeah. Let me just pay attention. Okay, we're going the right way. We're going to Cowley, which is pretty much straight ahead. Okay, good. Just make sure we're flying in the right direction. And we're coming up on flight level 190.
Donations are not necessary, but if you would like to support the stream in any way, visit https://www.paypal.me/pipalogs.
Coming up on 190, so we'll see if he clears us past that.
I think I will just pass. Not getting in that plane if he was in it. Well, I could wear a gas mask, I guess.
Yeah. Or maybe like you could, you know, just hang on to the outside of the plane, like hang on to the wing or something, or you know, like, because you don't really want to be inside. That guy's excited. Alright. And there we go. That noise is the altitude chord, which means you've got 1,000 feet to go to what you said in the MCP. And there we go. We're going to level out here. It's telling me reset MCP, which obviously I know, but we have not been cleared yet.
That was one fast talker there.
Yeah, he was excited. This is London Centre, so there's a lot of people on here.
I am getting a new prompter with 32 gigs of RAM and an RTX 3080 and a 1 TB drive, so flying will come out probably within the next few months for me. Also, gonna buy that flight stick.
Oh, there you go, buddy. Yeah, that's an awesome PC. You'll be absolutely fine with that. Beast of a PC. 32 gigs, 3080, yeah, you'll be good to go. Can run P3D version 5 easy.
To be serious though, their sounds are great. That sim sounds really good.
Oh, sorry, my mistake.
Oh good, hopefully the levels are all okay, yeah. It's always difficult because I have the plane coming through the speakers and my headset with some other stuff, so trying to balance them both is difficult so that one isn't blasting over the other. Right, so we just sat here at flight level 190. I'm not sure when we're going to get a climb. Maybe there's some traffic. Yeah, whoops, where are we? I don't know. But London is a very busy airspace, so if we're heading that way, then that's, you know, often you're sat here.
Version 2 Delta Whiskey, climb flight level 350.
People don't
Climb flight level
understand how hard
350,
it is for
thanks,
us
Vision 2
pilots to
Delta
adjust those sounds sometimes. It's hard for us to know.
Right, 350 is plugged in, and we'll hit the intervene button, and up we go to cruise down to Nice in France, which is spelled N-I-C-E, that's the name of the airport. So it's a nice airport called Nice in France. Oui, monsieur, we go to Nice, yes. Nice.
Yeah, I was about to talk to this, I'm sorry about that.
Where are you flying to?
There you go, preempted that one. Yeah, Nice, in the south of France, I think. It's spelled like nice. Voiceover pronounced it as nice. Yeah, it's difficult with the sounds, it really is. I'm not using virtual audio cable and none of that at this point, because it just, you know, it can be a bit of a faff. But there's a lot of stuff to go into production. It's not just load up OBS and go. I tried to do a scheduled stream yesterday, actually, Johnny. I tried to do restream, schedule an event, and set it up, and then I thought when I hit start streaming on OBS it would go to the scheduled event, but it didn't. It started a stream with my previous title, which was about, you know, interview with Andy of TFM. I was, you know, so I stopped it and deleted it, obviously, because it's not an interview with him, but with Andy, we already did that, but it didn't go to my scheduled event, which was annoying.
Yeah. Station for radio check, Mr. Call Center with British 5.
I climbed 2,000 feet a minute through flight level 220 here.
BVI pilots. Yes, I don't know why it does that. I had the same problem, lol.
I'll play A6 Delta November, contact London.
Yeah, I don't know, because it looked like I could start the stream
Thank you very much, bye-bye.
on the Restream website. Like I could start it through their web studio thing. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do it in OBS, and I was like, well, how, you know, what? Surely, like, you just hit start streaming and it should pick up that I've scheduled an event. So if I start streaming at that time, it just uses the title and everything and the thing for the event, but it didn't, so. Just thought it'd be kind of nice, because it's nice if you can schedule, you know, like, a flight for a certain time, and then everyone will know, because it comes up in their subscriptions, that you're going to stream at a certain time with a flight. It didn't do it.
I think we have to go through the page to do it.
We have to go through the page. Maybe it doesn't work in OBS. Yeah, that sucks. They should. See, there was an option that said, when I created the event, there was an option that said, like, through OBS. When it was like either through the web or through OBS. So I pressed on OBS before I created it, but didn't seem to do it. So I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work like we think it should.
Roger, in that case, make it 180.
Right, we do need to program our arrival into Nice. We have 600 miles to go. Where's my video?
BVI pilot. What if you do is set it like you did, and then when we are ready, go delete the one you set and start like normal maybe.
Yeah, that would probably work. I just wish it would work automatically, like, I don't know, I'll have to do, maybe there's some documentation that I can read and see, but it's not a big thing, it's just kind of nice, because I see everyone usually does it, everyone usually schedules their streams. So if you're ever wondering if there's a control on at an airport, at Nice LFMN, which is, for example, where we're going to, you can type .atus.
I've been to Nice in October of last year.
Oh, you've been to Nice?
I can confirm.
Been to Nice.
Nice is really nice.
Nice is nice.
A little bit overpriced. Runway 04 offer also one of the best views for landing.
Nice. Okay.
I am afraid you won't
can't
be
say
able
nice.
to see anything outside, though.
Virgin 104, 132.
Yeah. Why can't we see anything?
Let me know if you can figure it out.
140 by Absent. 104.
Yeah, we want to do 04 left.
Local trail, speedboat 2005, we do flight level 170 inbound Southampton.
Yes, you can do .atus, LF. That control is yawning on frequency. LFMN _, and then let's see if it just. Here we go. So there is an ATIS here.
3 Bravo Bravo, can we hear some negative. Maintain the heading for the moment.
Bonjour, bonsoir, this is nice Nice Côte d'Azur information. Juliet. Landing runway 04 left, yes. Nice job, okay, good. We don't want 04 right because the ILS is an offset by 2 degrees on the localizer. So we don't want that.
I might just was to learning how to fly once first officer isn't needed anymore.
Yeah, if you don't want to pay for first officer, I can get that. I mean, it's a useful thing to have. It definitely reduces your workload, and you can learn a lot about how your aircraft should operate by how it does the flows. So it's up to you.
Qantas 738, continue with Unicom 122-08, bye-bye.
Transition level is 60, okay, so 6,000 feet. Holding points, blah blah blah, we don't care. Clouds, yada yada yada. QNH is 106. Okay, well, all we care about right now is that it's 4 left. So it's the Viva, or yeah, Viva 7 Romeo arrival. let's go and do this. Still climbing through 280 now.
Easy 25 Mike, Miller Control, hello, Kuna 1, Golf 504, Gatwick. Your squawk for tonight is 0210.
So we want ILS 04 left. Yeah.
EG42 Hotel Uniform, continue with Unicorn 122, decimal 8.
Here we go. Right. ILS 4 left. Let's go here.
Fraction 3 Bravo Bravo, set standard pressure.
Viva 7 Romeo.
Anyway, visit https
And then, do we want to take it via a transition? Let's have a little look through tram here.
Bravo, set standard pressure on your altimeter, you're indicating flight level 177.
We want to take it via Neros, which is right there. Very nice. Alright, we'll execute that. And we'll set up TFM.
Negative 160.
For left. And we'll do briefing.
Transit 1.3 with you passing 11.2 heading 325.
Yeah.
Transit 123 London, hello, continue under heading, climb flight level 190.
For left.
After 190, clear the heading.
So it's 8,600 foot long runway, so we'll do auto brake, let's say 4, and
heading 355.
where's the arrival?
Time was 310, now to left heading 305. Left 305. Ryanair 6 X-ray, X-ray, contact Amsterdam radar 125.
We'll do flaps 14. Yeah.
London Control, speedbird 580 with you on heading of 1.5.
Not a massively short runway, I mean it's okay, 8,600. Just to be safe, we'll do flaps.
Speedbird 582, London, climb flight level 350.
Climb 35.
London Control, good evening, Ryanair 813 X-ray, flight 209
yeah, so
landing 110.
these guys at SimFest UK, who have a full motion 747 sim, made a briefing package for various airports, and one of them was Nice. And has some interesting info about the airport.
813 X-ray, fly heading 090 degrees, flying flight level 220.
So it says
heading 090, climb flight level 220.
Easy 25, Mike, contact London 135 decimal 8. 3104, contact London 135 decimal 8.
So threats, it has a whole bunch of stuff. It's about. So it talks about high ground along the coast. Obstacles on runways 22.
Start your descent now. Flight level
Start your descent now. So there is terrain. A lot of high ground, so it's right by the coast by the looks of it, this destination as well. So here we go, yeah, preferential runways are 04 left for landing and 04 right for departure with up to 6 knots of tailwind. So as long as we don't go over 6 knots of tailwind on the Meta, we'll be doing the 04s. Late descent clearances can lead to fast and high approaches. Yeah. Look at this, the parallel taxiway. Oh, so center fuel pumps are going off. The parallel taxiway north of 04 left can easily be mistaken for a runway. Use of the ILS is recommended.
Direct Zamac.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to line up with the taxiway. Taxiways can be confusing. Really? Turbulence and wind shear occurred due to local topography. Yeah, I saw there was some cumulonimbus clouds around this area earlier, but that was a NOTAM that was issued, or whatever. It was on the METAR for this, but it was issued for between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Zulu time today, so we should be past that. Sea breezes. It's possible to have tailwind conditions. No, here we go. Noise sensitive airport. Heavy fines are imposed for violations. And then there's some stuff here about the RNP approaches, which we're not going to be attempting because we're not doing that.
Please be quick, busy, or if you can't, I see you new moving there, but if you can't, please fly at a quieter airspace. Ryanair 20 November, flying flight level 29.
Alright, well, we're up at 35,000, cruising at 0.79 here, got about 480 ground speed, and yeah.
Air Transat 123, resume on navigation, direct trend, Tango November, Tango.
All navigation, direct Tango November, Tango.
Snacks and
Ryanair
drinks.
813,
Yeah, it sounds like someone's new to VATSIM having some issues in London. Yeah, not the best airspace to fly into if you're new on VATSIM. It's busy.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service.
Roger, please talk to Ryanair 813.
Please look in your feedback for our list of complimentary and premium.
Zero 26 with you at flight level 140, for 130.
Seabird 2886, London Control, you're cleared level 130, next time follow it, flying flight level 240.
Default with the autopilot, flight level 240 through 26.
Seabird 2005, continue with Unicom 1228. Unicom 1228, Seabird 2005. Have a good one. Easy 1184, contact London 135.8 and stop your descent, you've passed your clear level. That was locked, easy 1184, contact London 135.8 and stop your descent, you've passed your cleared level. Contact London 135.8, readback required.
CTR 132.600.
Station I blocked.
Control 135.800. LTCTR.
KLM 14 Papa is with you, on flight level 240 inbound Amarillo.
KLM 14 Papa, London Control, Tepra 2 Golf arrival. When ready, descend flight level 140, level by Upton.
Level by Upton, when ready, descend flight level 140. KLM 14 Papa.
Seabird 143, when ready, descend flight level 310.
Descend flight level 310.
Seabird 17 Delta Bravo, descend flight level 130, level by Hazel.
130, level Hazel, 017 Delta Bravo.
Easy 5488, contact London 135, decimal weight.
135 decimal weight, easy 5488, thank you.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, continue with Unicom 1228.
Unicom 1228, great job, bye bye, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Thank you, break, Seabird 288,
Alright.
resume on navigation, direct at Cooper.
Resume now with navigation
Hey
for
Tim, TFM doesn't work with comms. Unicom.
Set.
Thank you, someone finally did what I wanted. Okay, good. Now we're on Unicom. That's unfortunate. London guys do a great job. London is such a busy airspace with the various airports. But yeah, a couple people sound like they're having issues there. It's not the best place to fly. I mean, you know, if you're trying to get used to VATSIM, like say where we just went out of, Birmingham, like that's a great place to fly. There was one other plane there coming in and landing. There was a tower on, so if you're trying to get used to readbacks, IFR clearances, go somewhere like that. Don't, you know, like someone's like, you know, I'm new to VATSIM, hey, let's go Heathrow. Like, ugh, no. No. Right, let's check on our...
192.93 line 4, LFM 6010.3.
Yeah, so we're arriving with 10.3 on the fuel, that's fine. Just wanted to check that out. Now inbound Conan, which is right over Gatwick. Although we're out over the North Sea. Oh look, now we're inbound Cock, which is the full name of Coxsea. But anyway, we are inbound Cock. Thomas would like that. Wait, what? I'm sorry. Okay, so 675 to go, 1 hour 25-ish, and 58 minutes till top of descent. Not bad. Let's have a little step through this approach. Where does it start? Scroll, scroll, scroll. Yeah. So between 17000 and 200 at Gapco. 14,000 or above at Angel, 11,000 above at Micro, 4,000 above at Neros, which is our transition point onto the ILS. Looks like it is a vectored approach, so hopefully we get some ATC. That would be very nice. 4,000 A at that point, 4,000 at FI. There's one of these silly turns, hopefully we get some ATC, and then yeah, straight in. Alright. Change this to 4,000, just oh hello, we got some more ATC, have we? Fucking Rob. I was like, I thought that was Rob, because I recognized his Walker call sign, but I was like, what, you know, is it Rob? And I was like, what? I didn't get any TCAS. That's hilarious.
Private Watch 1418 long. W E R E space O N R N G space F R space Y O U next week.
Where is he anyway? Is he just flying or is he actually here? He's not even here, look. Ah, he's in the US. He's in the US. We're about to hit him. God, you must be in a big plane, Rob. It extends all the way back across the Atlantic to London. What plane is that? It's the size of nearly half the world. Wow. It's the Boeing Superplane.
Tyler Chambliss.
Whoops.
I noticed you are using a diff EENT cockpit sound pack.
I'm using... I should be using... It's basically the immersive light, but with the default PMDG engine sounds. I did slightly modify the cockpit avionics. Yeah, it's a million 777s connected together, Rob. I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to look at the length of a 777 and then figure out how many miles you're away and how many you would have to connect together. Yeah, I did modify the avionics sound, so I slightly mixed together the immersive and the default PMDG, just together for a bit of ambience. So that might be what you're hearing, but it's pretty much the immersive light. I gotta say, it's nice. It's kind of nice not having those analog standby instruments, because all you hear is that sound. I can't even do it. Whatever, you know, they're like the very irritating clicking sound. It's kind of nice. It gives the aircraft a bit of a retro feel, I guess. But it's kind of nice not hearing that up at cruise.
BVI pilots, I will come up to the server in a bit, not to interrupt your stream, but just to drop in.
Yeah, is any...
Server John, /Daniel/Gordon, make the channel, 3 Johnny users 4, active channel 1. 3 channel, Josh, Fox Tower, Tim. 3 channel, Josh, Johnny Marshall, 2 channel, Gus users 2, 1 channel, TW users 1, active channel C Marshall, 2 channel, WBI users 2, active channel 0. ACTRT,
yeah, let me,
Team talk, clocking connect, postman, posted and flights and alert slot located .com 10,334, private watch 1,418, for your information about a successful inquiry, the nice controller said visual approach to runway 22 on the battery.
Yes, they'll give me a 2-2 right. Yeah, they don't even need to give me a 2-2 right, Rob. All they need to give me is ILS 4 right and we're screwed. Because it's a fucking 2-degree offset. We won't be landing on any runway. We'll probably be in the sea, so that'll be very nice.
Team talk flight. Join channel level without private area 0 left G left channel. B pilot ACTR form 1 Lockheed Martin registered per fleet registered B5. Private watch 1,418, I'll shitty learn about the offset 04 this will cost me a lot less in brackets.
Oui, oui, monsieur. You must do the side step to 048.
Marshall desktop result in. Marshall desktop join channel route. Marshall desktop left channel route. Marshall desktop join channel. EWG 962.122.800. EDKTR FCIF article DSP /PATP/BLS/U.
Okay, yeah, I hear you, Marshall. Dot Wallop WAT1418. That's what we should do. There's a guy harassing me. He's bullying me. Saying he's gonna get me a visual approach. Help me. I think I might know what.
BVI pilots.
Try this.
LOL.
Don't worry, guys, it'll come back. I'm just gonna. I'm not actually going to a new scenario. I'm just going to options here and sound.
Primary playback device rated combo box left default communications playback device rated select audio device use voice playback /output. Combo box left default primary speakers 2 HyperX cloud. Line 1 Birmingham detected cloud speakers. All high definition combo box left default communications combo box left default communications playback device combo volume levels grouping. Windows combo box speaker tree view sound level 1. Combo box Lockheed Martin registered perfectly registered default.
There we go, guys. I figured out the sound. My P3D sound wasn't sent properly.
Traffic.
Oh, now it. Oh, that's hilarious. Now we really do have a traffic. Oh no, it's a Ryanair. It's a Ryan scare. Shit. Yeah, so now my P3D is actually sent through, and that was the problem. What do you guys think, though? I don't know if there's a bit too much wind on that now. There's quite a lot of wind on that, isn't there? That's the full sounds coming through. Before we didn't have nearly as much wind. I might go to so here's what you can do. You can go, where is it? PMDG setup, options, sound, adjust, wind is on 100. What about if we put 50? Does that work? No? What about 20?
Wind GMT 0 NMS 3 stun 400 stun 3 2000 Wind GMT 0 NMS 0 NMS space D.
Doesn't seem to do anything, does it?
Refresh clear blank 0. Lockheed Martin registered S.
There's still just as much wind. I mean, you can still hear the engines. There's just a lot of wind. Kind of in this sound pipe, but yeah.
Wind GMT 0 NMS 3 100 refresh clear blank.
Oh. The wind's now on 0 and it doesn't do anything.
Wind 3 0 100. Wind 3 0 1. Refresh clear blank. 1 0 0. Clear script.
Ah.
Wind 3 100 1.
It's using the environment, right?
Lockheed Martin. Submenu dialog window. New scenario button. Submenu dialog window. Okay, but checkbox. Simulator button.
Do we have to use the environment then in options?
Multiplayer button. Journal host.
Or is that not going to do it?
Options button. Adjust various options. Submenu dialog window. Tree view.
Yeah,
Information level 1. Sound level 1. Windows combo box left default. Combo box volume left slider 50 move the slide. Cockpit checkbox. Check select environment checkbox slider 50 move the slider to the 51. 50. 49. 50. 49. 48. 47. 24. 23, 24, 20, 20, 28, 29, 30. Voice slider 30 move the slider. Invert slider cockpit slider engines checkbox. Windows sound. Combo box left. Combo box tree view. Sound level. Combo box Lockheed Martin registered perfectly. Registered default.
Okay, turn it down a little.
Traffic. Descend. Descend.
Yeah, screw you, dude. Okay, I think that turned the wind down a little bit.
Speed light. Nearby aircraft line state aircraft distance 12 altitude 30,220.
Yeah, he's 12 miles away. We're nowhere near him. Calm down, TCAS. Okay, that's a bit nicer. That's not quite as loud, I don't think, on the wind. Not sure.
S. Bridging with Flanders, Belgium, 0.4 nautical miles, 1 degrees.
Over Flanders.
Belgium, 1.0 nautical miles, 223 degrees. Next waypoint, grid bar, distance 14 nautical miles, bearing 105 degrees, 1 minute, 46 seconds.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because it was nice before the way it was, but you didn't get any external sound of those engines, which was kind of annoying. So yeah, that's not bad now.
Distance to descent 370/0, 0 hours 46 minutes and 30.
All right, 40 minutes till descent. We will see. Let's have a little look. What control is on in Nice? Ah, we have approach. That's great. I'm really pleased with that because we actually need vectors. And we got tower as well, so pretty cool. All right. That seems pretty popular airport Nice is a pretty popular airport on Baton because it's got these really nice views and approaches. It's not actually the most popular airport in real life by any means. I mean, it's, you know, it's just an airport in the south coast of France or whatever. So, but it's obviously a popular one in the simulator. So.
Distance 52 nautical miles, bearing 132 degrees 6 minutes, 29 seconds.
Very relaxing music. De France. I'm kidding, it's not French music, it's just... Hold on. French. Music. Oh wait, what's this? Here we go. Hey, we gotta play this. There we go. We're going to France. Hey. Gotta play the music. You know, us blind pilots, we don't get the scenery, we don't get the beautiful views, so we have to immerse ourselves in the culture. From Rob getting called a bloke in Birmingham to the music of the nation we can play. Turn that up a little bit.
I'll
have to show you this one when you're done.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too long.
What I've been looking for years.
What is the... $330 at 9. Okay, so 4 left should still be good. Looks like it's all clear. Blah blah blah, 1016, no significant change. Alright, fine. Doesn't look like anything too bad. Second.
only an universe. It got so hot a couple weeks ago that one runway in Washington National Airport melted and caused over $2 million worth of damage.
Next waypoint, Super, distance 45 nautical miles, bearing 145 degrees 5 minutes, 43 seconds.
Okay, apologies about that, just had to answer a phone call. Yes, I know the runways got super hot. I think it happened here in Europe, a few areas as well. I think it happened at London Luton in the UK. Over Luxembourg.
The shed.
The shed. The shed's runway melted, yeah. Crazy. It's been very hot over here. We went to Greece where it was
Traffic.
oh, not another traffic alert. It was about 40, nearly, well, maybe 35, 36 degrees in Corfu, and it's about 29 here in the UK still, 30 degrees, and it's without aircon, it's not good. It's a Lufthansa, but he's at 340, so okay, we don't actually need to do any conflict resolution with him. We're good.
Distance to descent 295 0 hours 37 minutes and 23 seconds. B-pipe BDI 30, ACTRT form 1 red FS transport some brief on PACX.
How are we doing with
menu toggle button pressed.
PACX? Can I see the...
Toggle button pressed.
Oh, hold on. I think it's this one, right?
Toggle button pressed. Menu toggle button pressed.
That one.
Toggle button pressed.
This one labelled toggle.
Yep. Cruise. Expected arrival.
Expected arrival.
12 minutes and 4 seconds.
1 hour 12 minutes.
Distance to destination 491/0 1314.
That's about right. Actually, we're running a bit ahead.
Menu button pressed. Toggle button pressed. Menu toggle button pressed. Menu button. Toggle button pressed. Toggle pressed. PACX interaction button.
Let's tell him.
Combo boxes. Aircraft block delay. Select by version of flight attendant. Public address. Seatbelt. Ahead of schedule. Not selected. 1. Select.
Ahead of schedule.
Combo box expanded. Slightly. Very slightly. 10 minutes.
Very slightly.
Cancel uppercase. Menu toggle button pressed.
Flight deck clear. Very slightly. I had a schedule. We'll get you on the ground sooner than later.
Well, that'll increase the satisfaction. I got a satisfaction of about 38 yesterday into Nashville. They were not pleased because of all the because of all the turbulence and the microburst or whatever we got into that caused us to stall. They were like, "Oh, extreme flying conditions." It's like, well, not much I can do about it. And we were also late, of course, because we had to do like 2 missed approaches. Yeah, Nashville yesterday had some pretty interesting weather. That's for sure. Yesterday at about 5-6 PM I was flying into there. Completely unintentionally. I wasn't even trying to get bad weather. It was supposed to be just a nice little flight, but yeah. What was going on, but some crazy wind gusts, wind shear and whatnot. what this music is, but at least well, I hope it's not copyrighted. It's better than me playing actual music, which would probably be
Did my
copyrighted.
brother tell you what kind of computer he's looking at?
The 3080 Ti one? Is that today or some other day? Yeah, if it's that one, sounds like a beast, yeah. Be able to handle P2D really good.
Next waypoint, GTQ, distance 33 nautical miles, bearing 153 degrees 4 minutes, 15 seconds.
I love how we've had 2 traffic alerts on this flight. And none of them have been from Rob.
None of them will be me because I'm playing with something in Logic.
Yeah, none of them are any BVI people, which makes a change. Normally it's a BVI event.
DLH 9 on 122.800, DLH 9 on blocks.
Why does he put on blocks?
Are you landing?
On the Unicom? We don't care. No, we're not landing yet. We will be descending in 33 minutes, and we do have some approach ATC online. So for those who don't know, we do have a TFM anniversary event on Saturday from Miami to San Francisco, around about 5:30 PM Zulu departure time. So if you're in flight simming and you want to join, then we'll be on VATSIM.
Lockheed Martin, B pilot, BVI pilot 30, friend ACTR, TLX, ACTR.
Northern missed approaches here as well.
ACTR, AC201, D223A slash. AC201, Nose 200, 202, Vector 203, Vector 04, FI05, RW04 slash 62. 121, 04 to degrees 1.2 in there.
Climb ahead for 1 mile.
147 degrees, TLK 413 in there.
And we make a slight
2
right.
ITC, 217 degrees 25.8 in there. 3, Nose slash 3000.
Go back out to Neris.
086 degrees 5.7 in there. 4, 8.5 slash. 294 degrees 7.8 in there. 5, Nose slash 3000.
Back to Neris.
3, Nose 117 to 2, INTC, 273, 086 degrees 5.7 in there. 4, 894 degrees 5, Nose slash 3000.
3000
slash.
is the missed
ACTR,
approach.
3, 2, 1, Nose 230 slash 3000. Perfect.
Alright, and then we hold at Neris. Not that I'm intending to do that, but good to know. Because there is some terrain. Which is why it seems you have to do a couple of funky turns. And then we have Cross the Land, which I forget the date. For any BVI pilots, can you remember what I said, Marshall? Was it the 14th of August? Slots. I think it was the 14th.
I can't remember, but it's I think it's close.
Yeah, let me check.
History, loading. History, bookmark, download. History, SC, ROSS, space, THE, spell, ND. History, list of history entries. Cross the back, the 3rd of September 2022, cross the land, eastbound 2022.
So, the event is on the 3rd of September. And the voting closed. So, Madrid, Hanover, Luxembourg, Nice, there we go, Salzburg, and Prague, and then arrivals, Cairo, Qatar, King Khaled, I don't know where that is that Saudi Arabia? I don't know, Riyadh I think.
I think so.
Yeah, and then I don't know what that is, Imam Khomeini, I think that's Iran. Oh yeah. So I'm not going to Iran. I don't think I'm going to be going to Saudi Arabia. Don't really want to go there. We might go to Cairo. I don't know. Cairo's not the longest, is it? I guess maybe these other ones are a bit long. We'll see. See if we can get BVI people to get the same slots if they're available. It's always a bit of a toss-up. So those are the ones. So Istanbul has special participant status, although they have not been selected through the voting process. They'll be hosting departures and arrivals for pilots interested in short. Okay, so we don't really want to do a shorter flight. That's kind of. I would like to have done Istanbul actually. I mean, the last time we did. I mean, to be fair, we did it for across the pond, but they were great. There was also the Muscat has pulled the application. Okay. Yeah. So we will be releasing the slot bookings on the 14th of August 2022. Okay, so I'll keep an eye. It doesn't say. It just says make sure to follow us on Twitter and follow us on the Discord. I have to join the Discord. So the 14th is Sunday, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sunday. So if you want to do cross the land, pay attention to that, because sometime on Sunday they're going to become available. And I don't think it's quite as popular as CTP, but they're going to go quick.
So get on that so we can get them.
Yes. Yeah.
Although they're probably last time we did one of these, the web page crashed many times. But
Oh god, yeah. Hopefully their servers are, and everything is a bit more. A bit more well-wearing than the DCTPs were. I mean, it was so obvious what was going to happen. I don't know why they don't spread it out more. If you were that bothered about server load, surely you would say, okay, there's so many flights out of each airport, we'll divide them up into equal groups and we'll set up sessions, and you'll be on one session, and that's when you log in, right? And you split up the user base instead of having the whole user base come in at the same time to try and get slots. Like, it's obvious what's going to happen when you try and get them all in, and it was like an hour, the website was down, everyone was on the Discord complaining, trying to get slots. Like, you just have to sit here refreshing for an hour. It's silly. Well, actually, no. I think they did give everyone a time, but then what happened was, it was when the remaining slots became publicly available. That was the problem. Because then anyone who hadn't already got a slot through the getting a time thing just jumped in when it was publicly available. So that part they needed to equally divide them up between the airports if they could, or something, and spread it out. I mean, that was just silly. And then you've got this whole streamers get a slot thing. Literally seemingly get to choose if you're a big streamer. Like, what the hell? Don't even get me started. I get that streamers are an advertisement for VADSIM and for CTP, but like, they should have to go through the process just like everyone else. Like, can you imagine if someone came to like a streamer like me or something in the BVI community, not that they ever would, but they were like, yeah, you can have a slot for CTP, just tell us where you want to fly, and the rest of the BVI pilots can just screw themselves because you do streams. So like, I would be like, no, oh, I'm not doing that. Like, I'll go through with everyone else. Like,
bang out of order.
yeah, yeah, I don't agree with it. I don't know if they're doing that for across the land like they did for CTP, but yeah.
You can't hear anything that you shouldn't hear, can you?
No. Oh, I was going to send you a message. Hold on.
Distance 10 nautical miles. 452 knots ground speed.
452 on the ground speed.
Total 14,500. ACTR
Yeah. Alright, we're making good progress.
Reliance Ground Estate, France, 3.0 nautical miles, 25 degrees. Distance to descent, 186. DLH 90 John 122.800. DLH 90 John blocks. Copy PACX, copy pilot 1, copy pilot.
Any ATC?
Taurus pedals, pedal 1, EDG, KCTM, CTR 130, EDG, KCTR 123, EDM, CTR, EDM, CTR 100.
Look at all this German ATC, man.
EDM, CTR, EDM, CTR 100.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 centres nearby in Germany. Crazy. All these, like Germany, like what? Frankfurt has got 3. Look at that, what the hell, dude? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Frankfurt approach controllers. Cologne, Dusseldorf, Stuttgart, Munich, like wow, what on earth? And there's these Innsbruck approach. That's crazy. Like a Wednesday Germany ATC, man. Like if anywhere has the best ATC on BATSIM, I'm not talking in terms of proficiency, but in terms of coverage, it's got to be Germany. Like Germany's always on, crazy. Like VAT UK in comparison is nothing. And German ATC is generally very good. I mean, I've had several bad experiences with some people, but generally they're very good. I mean, I'm also not a fan of how some of their airports operate, you know, where they give they give you, you know, stupid shortcuts, and then you have to, you know, or they'll like, as in, you know, sometimes into Frankfurt they'll like shortcut you and then ask for like 5,000 FPM descent rates. You know, you pretty much need that to get down, or like, you know, they'll give you a waypoint that isn't on your arrival, and it's like you've got this whole long point merge arrival and you now want to send me out somewhere that's not on the arrival. What? But like generally they're great, and there's just so much coverage. Yes. Germany is superior at some things and not so superior at others. VATSIM ATC, yes. Actually, no, I'm not going to send that. I'm not sending that. Not over VATSIM. I don't think supervisors can be private messages. I'm not putting that. I'm not doing it. You enjoying the French music, Rob? I know you love all things French, so it is kind of a bit samey. No, yeah, I don't think we're going to send that on VATSIM. I don't need to send it on Batsum anyway. Because you know what I was thinking of.
Next waypoint, Talbot, distance 13 nautical miles. Bearing.
It's kind of old anyway. Right. Another waypoint.
Champagne or French contact France, 1.6 nautical miles, 20 degrees.
Like, what the hell is that even saying?
Champagne or French contact France.
Champagne, it's whatever, dude. We're over somewhere in France. What airport are we nearby though, like? It'd be nice to know. Let's have a look. How can we... What if we... You ever wonder what airports you're nearby? If you go to route, and then alternates, nearest airport, and have a look. But I don't know any. I'm just seeing. I don't know any of these. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Look. Oh, there's a German one. EDTG should say. I don't know what that is. Interesting. But sometimes you know some of the iCals. Yeah.
Distance 6 nautical miles. Bearing 179 degrees 51 seconds.
That was me. I just wanted to send you something on the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Multi-voice or French contact France, 1.2 nautical miles, 10 degrees. Next waypoint, distance 29 nautical miles, bearing 214 degrees.
There we go.
ACTR 101, 4.722, 0.78, space TRLIR, space 21, 4.7, okay.
So it said moron then, we're going to Morlock.
179 degrees, 1.5 NA.
Direct moron, Morlock! Yeah, that would not be one you want to get wrong on Batson.
Distance to descent, 138/0, 0 hours, 18 minutes, 50 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think where we could depart, or where would be good to depart out of across the land. What do we have? Madrid, Hanover, Salzburg. Prague. Madrid might, I'm trying to think, I mean Madrid might be quite busy, but they do have a lot of runways. Because like, they operate landings and like they operate, say like they have the configurations, they have like 1-4 left, 1-4 right for departures and 1-8 left, 1-8 right for landings. So you've got 2 runways for departures, so repositioning shouldn't be a problem at Madrid. I don't know about Hanover. I'm guessing that might be a 1-way airport, so I might not do that. Although I don't know how many other, you know, then you have to say how many other simmers are going to want to go out of Hanover. Like it's just such a random place to start a long haul, but we'll see.
minutes, 2 seconds.
I'm still here, I'm just messing with something.
Yeah. High of 32 tomorrow. Yuck. High of 32. I said high of 32 for the next 3 days. Yuck.
Oh god.
Monday's rain, yeah, it's... God Christ. And then you watch soon, they're going to extend hosepipe bans up to here. So stupid, so incompetent.
New notification from mail. You do now live on the channel. Line 737 Birmingham, EGBB. Nice.
Where are you flying out then, Rob? Out in the US? You on a bit of a US long haul or something?
Tobias Heath.
Private Watch 1418. Just
Good evening. It's my first time seeing one of these live. It's thanks to archives of streams like these that I've been able to get started with flight simming. Thank you.
Oh, we had 2 messages at once there. Well, welcome Tobias. Pretty awesome that you're able to use these as a guide to help you get started. That's great to hear. Yeah, I hope it's been useful. I know the streams, you know, I tend to do things pretty fast and don't always explain what I'm doing. Obviously I have some tutorial videos from a little while ago, but you know, yeah, that's great. So welcome along. Let me also check. Rob doesn't need to use the stream chat. Rob's got a hotline straight to me via Batsim. Oh, Phoenix to Chicago. Alright, have a nice landing. Enjoy. Chicago, there you go. Alright, 69 miles till descent. Yep, engines are still working. Still here.
Still working.
Oh, I just went to an outside view. Let's check the wind. Still 330 at 9 now. Oh yeah, thanks for. I appreciate it, but yeah. Yeah, the ultra hotline. Like the red phone line, whatever it is. The UK has to certain countries. Yeah, I keep checking these winds obsessively because I really don't want them to change. It was kind of a risk flying here because, like I say, if they use 4 right or they use the 2-2s, I always hate this kind of thing where you have an airport that's got like 1 runway that's a good runway, and then like the other 3 are just not going to work for us blind pilots. And it's like you have to hope that that runway is going to be in use. It's yeah. Especially in the PMDGs. If you get like an RNAV approach, I think ironically Tramp actually does better at some RNAVs than the PMDGs. If it's got a big turn on it as well, the PMDGs can just swing all over the show onto the final approach or whatever.
Tobias Heath. The tutorials did it, but flights like these helped me to see it in context.
Oh, gotcha. Well, nice. Yeah, I forget sometimes how quite,
Jesse Hernandez.
you know, much of a far reach.
Good luck on flight.
Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate it. How much of a far. I don't even know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like the channel has a further reach than I sometimes expect. Like I was googling yesterday to go to the BVI pilots mailing list on groups.io to do something on there, on the page, and just searching for BVI pilots, like a whole bunch of stuff came up, even stuff on other mailing lists like the Blind Gamers mailing list and all sorts of things that I'm not even a part of, but you know, just people talking about it, a couple of people saying, yeah, check out this channel, you know, so yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, I hope if the streams show one thing, is that, you know, you like, I think the tutorials sometimes make it seem like you're constantly on the ball flying these aircraft, but it's also, you know, like I do flight sim as well just to relax, and it's nice, you know, like flights like these, it's not hectic, it's not, you know, until maybe the approach is a little bit hectic, but you know, you also get to relax, so it's nice. I think our initial altitude was going to be, let me see, 4,000. Yeah, 4,000. We've got 40 miles to descend. Let me reset our MCP now. Just to get it ready. And let's go do... get our forecast. Request a descent forecast. Of course in the 7.3 the cruise and descent forecasts are separated, so once you've plugged in your arrival and you're getting ready to descend, updating this forecast is always useful. Load you. And then we're going to be doing flap 40 approach because it's an 8,600 foot runway. We could probably get away with 30, but we're going to do 40 just to be sure. So currently 40 degrees gives us an approach speed of 142. And the winds, let me check again. We're 330 at 9, so we're going to have a slight crosswind, so we'll plus maybe 5 or so. We'll go about 147, something like that. And that should do it. We'll have lost a bit of more weight by then anyway, so our approach speed will have gone down a couple extra knots. And the let's read the. So they're logging off at 2100 Zulu, so we should get ATC. And it's info Lima, so we'll need to report that. Visibility, so we got full visibility, not that we care. Few broken clouds at 10,000. Yeah, landing 04 left, expected. It says expected. They should put in brackets unless a German guy has bribed the tower. In which case, disregard. Close bracket.
If this starts giving you problems, then I'll log on and threaten to report you for receiving bribes.
Corruption! Now we'll just pull the old unable blind pilot. Right. We're nearing Nice. God, France is bigger than you think. Flight sim helps with the geography as well. France is such a big country in comparison to the UK. It's a shame we've not had any centre control after the London control we had. It's a shame. Shame there was no French ATC, but to be fair, you don't usually get much centre control in France. Maybe Paris control is about it. So.
Approaching top of descent.
Yep, I know we are. Or at least we've got Nice approach. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist.
Well, we'll do this now.
Set. Recall. Checked.
And those auto brakes set to position. Well,
landing data. Checked. Altimeter.
3, I guess.
Checked. Approach briefing. Completed. Checklist complete.
Checklist complete. Sending 4 miles. In terms of where we're going to park, if I pull up tramp here, see, I think we're on default scenery, and it's just got, yeah, it's got gate G whatever. Gate P1, what? Doesn't know exists.
Gate 10 gate small. Gate 7 gate small. Gate 4 gate medium.
Okay. Oh well. We'll see what happens. Might just disconnect on the runway. Because I don't think these gates are correct.
Distance 31 nautical mile.
Alright. We are descending. Engines are spooled back. And down we go. We're now inbound Viva, whatever, which is the start of the arrival. So there go those CFMs spooled down. What were we on? It was the Viva 7 Romeo. Okay. So that we can let ATC know. Oh, you actually skirted a bit of Italy then. We're now in Italy. We're now over, what, Piedmont? I don't know what it said. Piedmont or something? Italy? Yeah, okay. So it's Nice is obviously right on the coast. So I guess maybe you skirt around a bit of Italy and then you... Interesting.
32,000 feet. Distance to destination 194 slash.
190, so we've still got a long way to go. 194. Yeah. Starting our descent very early, but yeah. I guess they are going to vector us, they're probably going to shortcut us. Get rid of some of that distance. Which is actually why that briefing that I was reading earlier from Simfest said about, well, getting a bit high on this approach, didn't it? Because they tend to shortcut you, and then you've got to get, you know, obviously got to get down. So that's a really good place as well. It's the Simfest briefing portal from the guys over at Simfest. Every airport that they've done on World Flight pretty much has a briefing. It's really well written, really easy to read. It's not filled with too much aviation lingo. So if you ever want a briefing on an airport's approaches and whatnot, it's a really great place to go. Not all airports are on there, of course, but yeah.
ACT 171 degrees 2.8 NM. 265.
265 at Viva. And then, yeah, between 17,000 and 200 at Capco. So,
27,000 feet.
Yeah, we can be nice and slow on this descent. And 2 major. So D-pilot up a bit as well. So hopefully, approach is still on. It is. 134.475.
57. Aircraft controllers in LFMN at 134.47, at 100, LWW level 0, top level 1, LFMN TW 118.700.
Tower on 1187.
TW 120.0023.
Even Innsbruck's on.
LFM level 0, level 1 at
Well, we're not going there. I'll tell you that right now. Not doing that today.
ACT at red line 2.
How much fuel we got now?
12,150.
Oh, £12,000, yeah. More than enough. I think our alternate was, might have been Marseille actually. The sim brief gave us. There we go. Tune to him. Please approach hello vision 2 Delta Whiskey just through flight level 215 with info Lima Viva 7 Romeo just inbound Gapco.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey approach, bonsoir side. Information mech is current, expect radar vector for the RNP Alpha approach runway 0 for left, descent flight level 180.
Alright, I'm back. To continue descent flight level 180 and any chance we could get the ILS for left, we're just a blind pilot so the RMP is a little bit more tricky for us to undertake.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, usually it's a big no, but for you I'll make an exception, so expect vector for the ILS approach runway 0 for left.
Appreciate it, thanks very much. Expect vectors ILS for left, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Alright, sweet, yeah.
Altitude box, altitude selected for line 0199800 18,000.
We're at 18,000.
Hey, 20,050 feet ASL. 20,000 feet.
So he says he's going to make an exception for us. So I don't actually know what he said. I think he said it's not normal to do the ILS 4 left, or maybe it's just the time of day. It's not normal, but yeah, he'd make an exception for us. That's fine. We don't want to do the RNP if we can avoid it. If there's a perfectly good ILS on the runway, then we'll rather take that. Yeah. So I appreciate French ATC making the exception. You know, helps us blind pilots out. It means we get a better landing. It means the aircraft's automation can do a lot of the work for us, since it's difficult for us to line up and things at the moment on the RMPs. So, yeah, we appreciate it.
Selection. ACT 168 degrees 650 and 1 GIPDO 273/17,000 level 200.
And yeah, he said expect the vectors, so we're all set up.
18,361 feet ASL.
And I'm guessing he still wants flight level 180, so we'll stop descent there for now. Just about 5 miles out from Gapco. So yeah, I mean, it's always best to ask on BATSIM, that's what I've found. Even if you ask for a slightly different runway, as long as it's not completely the opposite way, if it's easier as a blind pilot to get that runway for the ILS, they'll usually accommodate.
80,000 feet.
So, you know, if they absolutely can't accommodate, then, well, you know, so be it. We just try the RNP, but
With authority, descent flight level 140.
level 140 mission 2 dollars.
Altitude box, altitude selected 15,000, running, swan, 4000, 14,000, altitude double space, press, altitude intervene.
Right.
ACT red only line 1.
Go.
ACT 154 degrees 24.1, AMG 272/14,000 day.
Yeah, we're inbound Angel. We're gonna find the send to France. But it doesn't have the Nice recorded. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's busy here, so it's not like us taking the ILS is going to inconvenience anymore. So. It might be something to do with the noise complaints. I think that's probably why they do the RMP. It could be after a certain time of day you have to do the RMP. And it's yeah. Back over France. There's the low. Well, not that we're going to intercept it yet, but it's coming alive. Just do level change here.
Level change mode on.
Thank you. Do level change on that because VNAV
15,808. AC 155 degrees 17.01, AMG 273/14,000 day.
VNAV has this restriction.
Minus 1929 feet from height, 15,006.
We don't want to get high. So. So our nav radios are tuned. 10995 calls 042. So yeah. Thanks, first officer, you did your job. Yeah, right. Gotta be on the ball, first officer. Alright, leveling out for level 140. A little bit early on that, but see what he's going to do in terms of vectors. Yeah, we're 9 miles out from Amgel, and that's 14,000 or above, so yeah, we're probably just going to sit at 14,000 for 10 miles or something. We'll see.
Indice approche pour monsieur, accent 3. On procède éco whisky, ce serait pour en toucher sur canne et puis en retour sur neige.
23, c'est reçu, procédé éco whisky, une préférence pour la suite sur canne, la 1765.
Accent 3, on serait preneur de la 17 et on procède éco whisky à l'accent 3.
23, c'est reçu, rappelez vertical éco whisky.
Rappel vertical echo whisky, il y en a bien 3. Approach, good evening, going to 1 whisky, passing flight level 190, inbound board information mic on board.
Going to 1 whisky, approach bonfire identified, expect vector for the RNC Alpha approach runway 04 left, descent flight level 170.
Descent flight level 170, expect radar vector for the RNC Alpha approach runway 04 left, going to 1 whisky.
Yeah, I wonder, so they have the ILS, but they send everyone on the ILS.
Descent flight level 110.
Level 110, vision 2 levels.
ACTRT 130 degrees 10.0 at 1, approach road cross 72 slash 11,000 a. Altitude level change of North Plaza, green alpha, altitude level,
we'll use level change again.
Level change mode on.
Doesn't matter. Sure. So we got 8 miles to Mikru where it's 11,000 or above. Yeah, it's fine.
Going to 1 whiskey, flight level 140.
Minus 1,188 feet from height. 30,600
Flight level 140, going to 1 whiskey.
K1904, montée niveau 140.
Is that when the draw is?
That's when the draw is to find out who we're playing next to try and win this bloody caravan.
Can't remember if the Premier League teams get into it now. Because there's a round where they decide when they get away.
130 degrees 2.8 NM. 12,180 feet minus 1,526 feet from height.
No, but yeah, they might be in there.
Speed brake arm.
Let's do a little bit of speed brake.
Minus 1,630 minus 1,700. 138 degrees 2.3 NM. 1 Mikru 207, 12,460.
C'est la 23 verticale
That restriction.
23, acceptez-vous l'approche directe piste 17.
101 Mikru 272 slash 11,000 a.
It's 11,000.
Je suis désolé, je vous ai mal entendu répéter.
23, acceptez-vous une approche directe piste 17.
Bien sûr, on a une approche directe piste 17 nous conviendrait, NAC 23.
23, numéro 1, rappel final piste 17, le QNH
Right,
sur
there we go. Leveling 11.
1600 inclination, rappel final 17, NAC 23.
Just help us get down there a little bit.
Vision to Delta Whiskey, turn right heading 240 degrees, vector the ILS approach runway. Zero for left.
Turn my heading to 240 degrees vectors for the LS full left. Appreciate it, thanks. Vision 2 whiskey.
Heading selected 150, heading select off North Plaza. Space, press.
LNAV off.
K1904, malheureusement Marseille n'est pas connecté, je vous laisse continuer la montée sur Nikon, ça va de décimal 8, hein, c'est bon, on va l'avoir à part.
I'm making the right turn 240, sweet.
Merci beaucoup pour ton ACTR. 201, top 250. 2, MNA 203, Nose 200, 204, vector 200, 205, vector 205, vector 200 slash 4,000.
So we may as well bring that ILS waypoint up to the top.
Distance to destination, 47 slash.
You can see 47 track miles to run. So whenever you get vectors, you may as well remove all the vectors, vector waypoints and any waypoints before, because you know now we're being vectored there, so there's no point.
0304201201 258 degrees 32.1 vector 200 slash 4,000.
Just helps you figure out through the distance to destination how far you got to go.
NAC 23, longue finale 17.
23, vent calme sur calme, piste 17, autorisation expression.
Piste 17, autorisé, on avait demandé un toucher, autorisé toucher à NAC 23.
Ah, tu m'excuses, autorisé toucher.
Pas de soucis, autorisé toucher, piste 17.
To 1 whiskey, descent flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110,
So this is what we love, getting the vectors from ATC. Not got to worry about these vectors on the approach, you know, this is where VATSIM is so much easier than not having VATSIM. You know, there's a vectored approach for one of these really tight turns. Otherwise, and of course, again, as blind pilots, it's quite difficult to self-vector yourself because, you know, you don't really have anything to reference. It's definitely doable, but
speed 280 knots.
It's a lot nicer when you don't have to. And you get the French accent, you know, this is again, you know, wherever you fly into, you get the accent and whatever, and it just makes it feel a whole lot more real.
Vector 4 and Alpha runway 04 left. Going to 40.
40, information mic is clear.
Information mic, Roger, thank you.
Vision to Delta Whiskey, descent 4000 feet, QNH 1016.
4000 feet on QNH 1016, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Alright.
When we see descent flight level 70.
We've got 26 miles. So we'll go. Are we on? Yeah, we're pretty much on the same heading. So if we go 4,000, we should be able to re-engage V now. Let's see if it descends on a. Looks like it's descending on a path that it's calculated. So pause the music now.
That descent climb by level 180 for EV2.
Keep an eye on this.
One expect radar vector for the RNP alpha approach runway 04 left. Speed 2809.
Okay. It didn't like it.
Level change mode on.
We'll use level change instead. Fine. When you're being vectored, level change is usually the way to go, but I was hoping because we were inbound to the waypoint.
And expect radar vector for the RNP alpha approach runway 04 left.
I was hoping it was going to help us.
280 knots.
Go, slow down nicely. 10,000.
EV21, expect radar vector for the RNP alpha approach runway 04 left. RNP alpha approach for runway.
Now we're going down.
Canal 23 en montée initiale, ce serait pour un retour sur Nice via le sud. 23, c'est reçu, procédez comme publié Sierra Alpha puis Sierra Bravo. Sierra Alpha, Sierra Bravo, NAC 23.
To help us. Oh yeah, we're over the Mediterranean Sea Western Basin, so yeah, we're right on the coast. Better, bit of a better descent rate going there.
When we see some right heading 225, vectors RNP alpha approach runway 04 left, speed 2209. Right heading 225, speed 2209, and vectors RNP alpha 04 left, going
Speed back to 230 maybe. Just keep bringing it back slowly.
Going 2420, distance flight level 140. Flight level 140, 857 degrees, 16.5 NM.
Looking good. Just don't want to get too high on this. Other than that, we should be fine.
Vision to the southeast, turn right heading 260.
Turn my heading 260 degrees, vision 2 totals. Set heading 260.
Heading 260.
Contactez nous tour 100 minutes, la décimale 7 de la Saint-Germain.
Extended our right turn a little bit.
Merci beaucoup, bonne soirée pour le contrôle. NAC 23.
29 miles, so we'll keep 230 knots for now I think. In a sec we'll slow down to like 220 or something. Good. Don't need to quite descend this fast, but maybe we're about right. It's always difficult to know when you're being vectored because you're in level change and it's just holding the speed. Tractor, I should say.
7,084 feet ASL. 8257 degrees 11.6 NM. Heading 260, 7,000 feet.
Good. On a heading of 216, looking good.
Distance to destination 27/00646. Speed loss, speed at 232, 2032, 220, 220.
We can slow to 220 here.
Speed brake arm.
(6,506 feet ASL, minus 804 feet from height, 226 knots indicated. Distance to destination 25/00635.
Alright, it's not 6 minutes apparently till landing, might be a little bit longer. 10 minutes.
Flight level 140.
About right.
140 for EV21.
6,199 feet ASL,
distance flight level 110.
9.0 NM. 6,100 feet ASL, minus 10,388 feet from height. 6,000 feet.
Coming through 6,000 or 60. We're going to should be transition level here. So
Transition
should,
altitude.
yeah, there we go. QNH of I believe it was 1016. Yeah.
ACT altitude 258 degrees 7.9 mm. 5,648 feet ASL.
Right, pretty much bang on here in the terms of the glide path.
Destination 40 degrees 0.
To 1 whiskey, turn right heading 255, descend 3,000 feet, 20.01 feet. Turn right heading 255, descend 3,000 feet, QNH 1016, you're into 1 whiskey.
Minus 1,204 feet from right, 5,197 feet ASL.
Good.
AC 258 degrees 6.9 mm.
6 miles or so from Lembu or Lempu, whatever the hell it is, which is the first approach waypoint. Then we do need to be at 4,000. So, yeah, we're pretty much bang on the profile. And I'm guessing.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, turn right heading 010 degrees, clear ILS approach, runway 04 left.
Right turn heading 010 degrees, clear ILS approach 4 left, vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Alright.
No smoking sign off. No smoking sign on.
I'll type this in actually.
Speed box, altitude box, low, heading box, low, heading box, heading selected 260.
And it's quite a big turn, so let me just do this in a little bit of an increment. I just want to make sure it's going to turn right. So that's 210 as well.
Now unable to fly the plane vectors for.
So also, it's also a negative 3.5 degree glide slope, so it's a little bit steeper.
To 1 Roger, will you still be able to fly the AMP Alpha approach, or do you want vectors for the visual approach?
Good, we are turning right.
Expected.
So if I just put heading 10.
1 Roger, turn right heading 150 degrees, 150 degrees vector visual approach.
The approach.
150 degrees for
There we go, so we're nice and low, 3,000 feet below the glide. So we're just going to sit here for a minute and see him.
2420, descent flight level 70, turn right heading 180 degrees, vector AMP Alpha approach, runway 04 left.
Perfect.
070 and right heading 180 degrees. For vector for AMP Alpha
I'm going to take a direct in the FMC to that waypoint, because I think it's missed that first approach waypoint. We're on headings, but I just want an up-to-date distance. 18 miles, okay, still correct, fine.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, 1 place established, maintain speed 180 knots until 6 and 160 until 4 p.m.
Once established, 180 to 6 and 160 to 4, DME, vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Alright, well we'll start slowing down now to like 190. Why not? And we'll go 180 once established, and then yeah. That's why it's so important, especially in Europe, but as well in the US, to keep your FMC updated as to where you're at, even if you're being vectored. There goes the log. Because you need to know your DME. So now we're 15 miles out. You need to know that so that if they give you an instruction like that, 180 knots till 6 and 160 till 4, you can actually follow it. Yeah, and there, so we're making that final right turn onto the localizer. Perfect. Get
Flaps 2.
Speed at 190.
1,100
Flaps 2.
Right 3.
193 knots in the
maintain 190 for now.
199 below. Right 1.
Very shortly. Well, let's actually slow up to 180 before we get on the glide. So we're nearly on it. There we go, centered on the low.
681 below.
5 or something like that.
Flaps 5.
Yeah.
585 below.
Flaps 5.
Center.
Nice.
Distance to destination 12 flaps.
12 miles out.
192 below. Right 1.
And our final approach speed was going to be about 147. Something like that.
385 below. Right 1.
Going to 1 whiskey, direct to Bingo, clear AMP Alpha approach, runway 04 left, maintain speed 190 knots until Bingo. Direct Bingo, clear AMP Alpha 04 left, speed 190 knots.
There goes the glide.
Command beyond.
There goes Command B.
240, turn right heading 245.
So we're now following the glide. Make sure that's synced up. Good. Alrighty. Very good.
EG221, turn right heading 160.
184 knots indicated.
180
Right
knots.
heading 160 for EG221.
10 miles, so
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, contacting tower 118.7, I'm not running, so bye-bye.
187. Thanks very much for great ATC. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, bye.
Speed ACTR to be pilot column control, 8 light, .CON1, space 118.7, convoy.
Alright, over to him. Yeah, so 180 to 6, then we can start slowing down. 160.
Lac 23, piste dégagée.
Lac 23, traversez rapidement piste 04 gauche et je vous rappelle.
En expédient, on croise la 04 gauche, Lac 23.
3,000 feet.
So hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey is 8 miles, 04 left, eye left.
Drake 2, Delta Whiskey, Nice Tower, good evening. Number 1, winds 330 degrees, 11 knots, continue approach, runway 04 left.
Continue approach, 4 left, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Alright.
2,500.
Distance to destination, 750, speed at 100 line, 1.
Get ready, and we're going to do 160 very soon. There we go. 160. Gear down.
Drake 2, Delta Whiskey, winds 330 degrees, 11 knots, runway 04 left, cleared to land.
04 left, we're clear to land, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. And just to confirm, since we're a blind pilot and the software doesn't actually allow us to taxi the aircraft once on the ground, is it alright if once we've rolled out we reposition over to a stand?
I understood only the first part. What is your request, please?
Distance to destination, 550.
Just requesting once we've rolled out, is it okay if we reposition the aircraft directly to a stand, since we're a blind pilot and it doesn't actually, the software we use, it doesn't let us taxi the aircraft?
Sure, there is no problem.
Thanks very much.
Welcome. French Baguette 3, Papa Echo, information 38.
147 on the speed.
En finale, piste 04 gauche.
Did he just say French Baguette? What a call sign! Dude, what a great call sign. French Baguette.
Nice Tower, hello, Edelweiss. 7 Tango with you, send 16 information mic on board the
Right, flaps 30. Flap 40. Landing checklist.
Flaps 40, landing checklist.
I was a little bit late in configuring there because I was
Edelweiss
babbling onto this guy on the radios.
Stand by, please.
Flaps. Set.
Lac 23, roulez aviation générale sud, j'imagine, via uniforme et bravo.
Right, we're good.
Roule parking de l'aviation générale via uniforme et bravo, on rappelle le rapport quitté, Lac 23.
Lufthansa 3, Delta Juliet.
So we'll go to gate 4.
Boeing 737
Hopefully
800
it's
on
an
final
actual
runway
stand.
04 left, hold Charlie 1.
Doesn't really matter. Oh, there we go. This guy's holding for us. Here we go through 300 feet.
Good evening, the wings 21 Whiskey, reducing final approach speed, RMP at 04.
Continue.
Zero wings 21 Whiskey, Nice Tower, good evening. Number 2, winds 330 degrees, 11 knots, runway 04 left, continue approach.
Continue approach 04 left, number 2, Zero wings 1 Whiskey.
Reverse thrust.
Zero wings 21 Whiskey, traffic information, light aircraft to your 11 o'clock,
Touchdown,
1000
reverses.
100 knots.
1 Whiskey,
80 knots.
I think we have the traffic information to confirm it's
Reverse idle.
12 to 1 o'clock.
This is out, manual braking. Very, very nice. Welcome to Nice.
French Baguette 3 Papa Echo, dégagé par la droite, Tango Sierra.
Let's reposition off the runway to a stand. I don't want to hold that guy up. Very nice, centerline deviation 3 feet.
Stand by, please.
We didn't reposition on top of someone. Let's check.
Nearby aircraft dialog, tab list, easy status, initializing aircraft, Airbus 1820, distance 219, location, G5 not selected 1 of 9.
No, we didn't. He's on G5, okay.
Lockheed Martin registered, 84 LFMN.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey's on the blocks. Thanks for great ATC. See you next time.
French Baguette 3 Papa Echo, volet Whiskey Alpha.
Right, we can get the flaps already retracted. Let's just retract. Make sure that's and we're just waiting for APU. Yeah, that aircraft you can hear is on G5, gate 5, according to TFM anyway. The EasyJet.
Tour fermé sur les 9334, emporte 8 Charlie à Boeing 737-700, on demande une différencier faire pour Nord-Atlantique, une information Mike.
That was blocked. Okay, APU's on. Set the parking brakes. Engine 1, engine 2 can go bye-bye. And switch this over to the APU.
Alpine 321 Victor, number 3, standby please.
There we go, doors can open. God, can you hear that aircraft off to the other side of us?
On demande une différencier faire pour Nord-Atlantique, un Boeing 737-700, emporte 8 Charlie avec une information Mike.
Alrighty.
Ryanair 93 34, numéro 4, je vous rappelle.
And end the flight on here.
French Baguette 3, Papa Echo, confirmé, toujours visuel sur le 320 final, piste 04 gauche.
And FS Airlines crashed, but it submitted it, so it's fine. Yeah, a lot of planes.
French Baguette 3, Papa Echo,
French
procédé
Baguette
Whisky Alpha et attendez Vertical Whisky Alpha par la gauche.
French Baguette 3, Papa Echo. Like, is that a virtual airline or what? Unbelievable.
Zero Wings 2420, information traffic light aircraft to your 11 o'clock, 1,500 feet.
10,000-ish
Zero Wings 2420,
landing,
wind 350 degrees, 10 knots, number 1, continue approach, runway 04 left.
Take that.
Continue approach, runway 04 left,
Ryanair, Azit, correction. Disregard.
How many aircraft are on the ground here? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aircraft, no, 6, 7, 8, 9 aircraft on the ground at Nice. Wow, okay. You can see why it's such a busy airport on Batsim. It's actually probably more busy right now on Batsim than it is in real life at Nice. I would not be surprised. It's obviously a popular one. So yeah, these kids are still deboarding. They're going to be deboarding for a little while.
Lufthansa 3 Delta Juliet, hold Charlie 1. Break, AZ 8 3 Tango Mike. Thank you for waiting. Are you ready to copy?
Anyway.
AZ 8 3 Tango.
You can go bye bye. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it, I think. Yeah, that was a really nice stream. We can reset the trim here. Let's put this aircraft into a turnaround state. Yeah.
Trim down 0.04, trim down 0.05.
Do. And
level 0 span level 15, electrical 1, battery check, standby power, cabin utility passenger seat power checkbox checked.
We can open that. Where is it then? Hold on, maybe you can't have both open. I think you can you? I need the yeah, this. So we can go FS action or yeah, FS actions. Services, request the chocks and request the ground power. Yeah, and then we can go electrical, switch over to the ground power, and shut down the APU, and yeah, there we go. Just whack those off, they weren't ready, and this APU should power down in a minute. So yeah, on ground power in a turnaround state, so you could easily just continue on, but it's a little bit late over here, so we certainly won't be streaming another one anyway, but yeah, that worked out very well. So yeah, thanks to the ATC for accommodating our request for the ILS 4 left. You know, got us bang on the runway, much easier than the RMP Alpha. I know that's what they normally do. It's probably a bit more visually pleasing as well, but you know, needs must. There goes our APU. Yeah, needs must. So it got us down, and if we get a hefty fine, as the briefing said, for noise complaints, then well, yeah, that's too bad. They'll have to take it to the highest court in the land in France, whatever that is, because there's really nothing we can do. So we will have to do Nice again sometime. We'll have to depart out of here at some point. It was nice, and yeah, the winds stayed good for us. No 2-2s. So right. That is going to do it then, I think. Passengers are still deboarding, but they're going to be deboarding for quite a while. This stream will archive, as always, in the next day or so on the YouTube, and you can watch it immediately back on Twitch if you need to. Or want to. You can watch... you can contact me, I should say, in the usual places. blindflightsim44@gmail.com. Best way to contact us if you have, you know, questions about specific, you know, items on the website, or you trying to sort out sorry, I had a phone call there. If you're trying to sort out certain issues, maybe with your PMUG, whatever, and you want to contact the website, then you can do so also through bvipilots.net and also .com now. bvipilots.com now actually works to link to it, so either, and then you can go to the contact us form and we'll get an email through that as well, me and Rob, and any other administrators that we have. Like I say, we have the event on Saturday through BVI Virtual, and if you're not, then you can come and fly along too. And if you're not in BVI Virtual, then still, you know, feel free. We'll be on VATSIM. I don't know if we're going to stream it or if I'm going to just record it and maybe edit the highlights. We'll see. It's always interesting when we have these events because you have a lot of people up on Team Talk. So if you have the stream going, Team Talk going, you know, other stuff going, then it just gets pretty ridiculous. So we will probably not stream it, but we'll figure it out. Just chat. Yeah, good. Okay, we had no more messages in chat. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I can hear that too. Is that on your end?
No. It's on yours.
Oh, weird. Must be out the window. Anyway, yeah, I could hear that too. I was like, couldn't figure out if it was coming from the headset or not. Anyway, alright, we will see you in the next stream. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you enjoyed the flight down to Nice. Now you can have a holiday. And I need to find OBS. Here we go. Alright.